What's up guys, it's Kyle here back again for another video, and today I wanted to talk about, will ability diversity become a problem? Now, within the time of making this video, season 2 is actually coming out within a few days. We got gameplay of Emma Frost, we've seen Ultron coming out in season 2.5, and one of the more important news aspects I wanted to focus on was the fact that season 3 will be the start of the game's announcement when they're dropping heroes every month. So we'll get one hero per month, which is kind of a lot. But for Marvel Rivals, I think they have this unique advantage just because they have the characters to do it. They're not like making characters from the ground up, so they have the advantage of just pushing forward and creating character after character after character. Now, one of the things I saw on Twitter, and this was a recent tweet that I saw, was that people are afraid that the oversaturation of heroes in the game will essentially cause a lot of these characters to end up being the same. So I suppose the direct example of that would be Emma Frost. I know we're also supposed to be getting Jean Grey in the game, who's going to be a DPS most likely, and as there's tons of characters within the history of Marvel with similar power sets, Spider-Man and Venom even being one of them. But Venom has tendrils and Spider-Man shoots webs, and we even have if you want to get more direct, we have the Peter and Miles situation. And I think when it comes to Marvel, I feel like all of this work has already been done. I feel like this fear is coming out of this unnecessary place of not knowing. When it comes to Marvel, like, a lot of these characters are different. Sure, they have similar power sets, but these abilities can be depicted differently. Even when it came to Peter and Miles in the Insomniac Spider-Man 2 game, their gameplay was completely different. Sure, they both swung around, had the spidey senses, the web combat, but they emphasized on Miles' ability to use his Venom Blast and his invisibility. Even if they wanted to add another Iron Fist to the game, say they eventually wanted to add Danny Rand, the current Iron Fist in the game, he doesn't use like the fist like in a way that is traditionally used in the comics. And this even goes for the show. Like, we see like the Iron Fist can be used to like have this devastating force, this devastating impact, and that's one ability they kind of haven't shown in the game. They sort of gave him his sword shards that are attached to like his arm, and he like punches really fast. But like, there's various different things these characters can like change, or like these developers can use to change these characters when it comes to making them different. With Emma Frost, like telepathy, telekinetic abilities, anything like that, there's various ways those abilities can be used. We're seeing her use like her mental blast. I'm sure we might get Professor X in the game eventually. We saw the statue of him in a trailer. He could do a ton of different things. Like, Psylocke is already in the game, and we've seen like how she uses her psychic abilities differently as well. So it's really just the creativity of it. When it comes to Marvel, a lot of these abilities have already been done in different ways, to which we've seen examples of how certain characters do certain abilities or how they depict these abilities. And like, even for like characters with like traditional powers like super strength, like every character has a different fighting style. Like Captain America, he's a super soldier. You wouldn't say that he fights like US Agent or like Spider-Man or anybody else who has super strength and around that tier as well. So it's just like, there's an easy way to make characters diverse. One thing I will say where it gets a little muddied is the tank role. I will say that Hawk and Thing are good enough, like they're in this spot right now where they're kind of like separated apart, but we don't have the ability to sort of see what characters like Juggernaut would look like. I'm also thinking about like other characters like Thanos, but the thing about Thanos is that he has a fighting style, so all they would have to do is implement that, or they can give him a weapon. So at the end of the day, I don't think this fear of the characters not being unique enough or not having like this differentiation when it comes to their abilities is something we should really have to worry about. I just saw that post on Twitter, and I just kind of wanted to talk about that because it is a valid concern for somebody who doesn't know anything about Marvel. I understand that, and like when it comes to games like Overwatch, you would see like these gameplays or these characters come out, and they're creating these characters from the ground up, so they have to make their characters different. But when it comes to Marvel, everything's laid out for them. There's nothing hard about just translating that to the game. There's years and years and decades of comics to pull from, just random abilities. Like even if they wanted to throw characters like Legion in, when he has psychic abilities, but the thing is, like, they could rotate through different like personalities, showing like, oh, he has like different abilities in each personality. Like there's ways to do these things, and I just don't think the fear is valid. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. I just wanted to hit on that topic before the season comes out. If you guys are excited for season 2, just let me know. Tell me guys what you guys are excited for. I'm excited for Krakoa, honestly. The nerfs and buffs when it comes to like characters like Rocket and what, Mantis, I think those are some pretty good buffs. What I don't like is the Doctor Strange nerf, but whatever, you know. We're gonna get nerfs and buffs for a lot of characters. One thing I do want to say though is that when a lot of characters start flooding into the game, because once season 3 starts and we start getting characters every month, what I do see happening is that a lot of characters might get neglected. And the thing about Marvel is that there's a huge roster of endless characters, an entire encyclopedia of characters that can be flooded into the game. And what I do worry about is that because of the constant rate that characters are coming into the game, a lot of the characters that we already have will be put on a back burner. Now that's more of a valid complaint. But yeah, tell me tell me what you guys think, and yeah, I'll make a video on it. I kind of want to jump back into a little bit more of the niche topics, but yeah, it's been Kyle, and I'll see you guys later.